Hey guys and gals, this is Gamers here. I'm a developer for ME3Tweaks, mod manager for Mass Effect 3, and ModMaker. This is just going to be an informal progress update on mod manager and ModMaker and what's going on. It's pretty late and I'm tired, and I'm kind of in coding mode as well as playing the game and trying to, get this right after trying to get this video shot for like 5 times in a row now. So I'm not going to do it again, so if I screw up, oh well. So you're going to notice here in this video, this Atlas is going to do something kind of terrifying. He shoots a bunch of times really quick. He's really inaccurate because that's just setting something up. This is a testing mod off of ModMaker. It's experimental mixins. It's the mod I use just to I dump values in there when I need to quickly test something, or put in crazy values to verify that ModMaker's doing what it's supposed to. So nothing in this mod's like, I wouldn't call this production. This is all testing. But the significance of what's happening here is that this is a balanced property, and if you've been on ModMaker or ME3 MP modder, you will know that balance changes are the bane of modding this game, because essentially the way the game works is when you launch it, it reads, or when the game's loading, it'll load the base game set, which is what most people know of when they say set, and then as DLCs are loaded at the main menu, it will load those. In this case, when you're loading it multiplayer, it'll load the sets from there, and then after that, it will download a file from BioWare and apply that finally. And anything that's listed in that file, we've never been able to bypass because, like, we can't load anything after that. And the communications have been like encrypted and stuff, so it's stymied us for a while. And so Eric JS, a ASI developer on my forum, he made this we've been trying to work out disabling balance changes for a long time, and eventually I don't know what I'm doing. Eric JS is like some sort of C++ god. I eventually kind of gave up because I had no idea what I was doing, but he apparently kept working on it and figured out how to repoint the code that loads the balance changes from the server to actually load it off the disk instead. So what we do is we provide a modified version of the balance changes file, which we have a copy of, and we load that instead, and it's just a standard set file. You can't fully remove balance changes because there's a few things that are required for you to join other people's games or stay connected to the actual servers, because they apparently built some trap code that makes you commit suicide every wave for some reason. But the reason this is significant, I know we've been able to override some balance changes like waves and stuff just because of the way the file's designed. But the reason this is significant is because it's a weapon property that you can't override, or that we've never been able to do in the past. And by doing this, I'm introducing the ability in ModMaker to override some balance change properties, like more than I've currently done. I don't know if I'm going to do all the weapon properties, because a lot of them are not client safe and will break the game. And I mean, if you want to go in there and do it, you can do it by hand if you want to be that person, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. So that's an update on what's going on with ModMaker. This is a pretty significant development. As you can see, the first property I've done is the Atlas. Number of shots it does in a burst. I set this to 25. And if you didn't know, the property is balanced because when the game launched and it's single player, the Atlas only shot 3 times, and apparently BioWare didn't think that was tough enough, so they upped it to 4. And the funny side effect was for about a week, nobody knew when to stick their head out against an Atlas, and so everyone died a bunch. Thanks, BioWare. But Eric JS made an ASI that helps us fix this problem, or make it worse. If you see what's going on here, I guess. So this requires Mod Manager 4.3.1, build 60. It's not out right now. It's still in testing. If you picked up the soap test for me, you might have it, but ModMaker isn't live with this yet. It's gonna be a couple more days, maybe a week. Let's see. To do this, you have to install the Asi Loader, or won't work. Mod Manager will automatically prompt you about all that stuff in the new build, so you won't have to worry about any of that, I don't think. Let's see, for the new Mod Manager build, there's been a lot of changes actually. The Keybinds Ejector has been updated to fix the talent keybinds automatically. If you just port the talent key bindings into the base game, or the override file. I need to make a tutorial on how to do that. I need to make a tutorial on how to do a lot of these things. Let's see. ASI mods are more. I mean, the interface is better. I fixed some bugs in it. Let's see. Damn, I need to look at the changelog. Doing this at night is just a really bad idea. I have it open here in Sublime, actually. No, I don't. So we'll go to GitHub really quick while you're watching my video. It's really exciting, I know. Let's see here. We have 19 releases. Alright, so the new ModMaker, the new Mod Manager obviously has support for balance changes. Actually, in the past, I think it had the ability to load balance changes, or it had the ability to read a header for it because of Eric Jace's private server emulator, but I couldn't actually implement it because I didn't use BSC. Let's see, if you're a controller mod user like me or my faithful tester Transam, you may notice that when you're using ModMaker mods, you lose the ability to run and turn the camera. I can't really show you it here, but it's due to the fact that when some of ModMaker's files introduce it has to do with dynamic mixins. It's shotgun, no latency mixin, or any of the damage type resistance, so like the Chrysay armor damage or something like that. Any of those will break, or the sight radius as well. Any of those will break. No, not the sight radius, never mind. But any of those will break controller mod turning. So if you turn this option on in the options menu, it will automatically apply a turning fix for it. You still need to apply the controller mod first and then a ModMaker mod, but this will make it so the ModMaker mod includes the changes from controller mod. If you install the controller mod after your ModMaker mod, you will lose the changes that ModMaker made, and you'll lose all of the sight rate, or you'll lose all of the damage type resistance, as well as your shotgun latency. I need to update the controller mod to reflect this. Let's see, there's a security update. This was actually supposed to be in the last build, but I apparently didn't commit it or something, and I lost it. If a mod has a ... and its mod description, which indicates parent directory, it's going to not load it anymore, because you could potentially load, or you could replace a file that's not part of the Mod Manager folders. See, if Mod Manager is nested too deep, it'll warn you, because some of the programs that I use to compile mods and stuff don't like long file paths for some reason. There's nothing I can do about this. This is just how those programs are built, and I didn't build those programs, so that's what it is. Let's see, mixins are going to be automatically updated if you leave mod updates on, which is on by default. I never recommend turning that off. Items in the temp directory will be automatically deleted. This is a bug. I'm not sure exactly how it's passed my testing, but dynamic mixins are turned into a file from the mod delta from ModMaker, and it will delete those now. I found like 64,000 files in my temporary directory, and so when Mod Manager closes, it'll delete all that stuff. See, changed behavior. Just essentially reading the changelog here. It's pretty exciting. ModMaker compiler is going to show you more information as it compiles, and it's going to show you when mixins are being cached, because mixins on a first-time mod install take a really long time, especially if you don't have a high-end PC, as it decompresses. Is there anything else interesting in here? Pink ASI, group ID. I fixed the ASI mod management window. I fixed some bugs in the Keybind Ejector. Fixed some logging. Oh, and the Bink W32 ASI will say you need Visual C++ 2012. If you had a license error issue with Bink W32, that's why. It's because you were missing one of the libraries that the compiled file needed to run. The mod manager never told you about it. I'm really tired. This is probably really boring. If you're still watching this, I thank you, I guess. I'm pretty excited to see what new mods we're going to be able to build with these changes. My controller is vibrating like crazy. It's just like, oh my god, these atlases. Anyways, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, so I'm just going to press the F9 button and stop this video. See you guys. No, that's not the button. What button is it? Fuck, that's not the right